Let's now go live with our correspondent Natalia Margarita in Colombia to provide us with the latest a day after Petro's and France's historical electoral victory. Hello, Natalia.
Hi, Luis. Well, to tell you that celebrations continue here in Colombia, as we have been reporting for teleSUR English, celebrations are taking place since last night after we got to know the final results of this historical presidential election in Colombia. Celebrations in the main cities, but also very important to highlight that celebrations have been also taking place in the rural areas of Colombia, some of those municipalities that have been the most affected by the armed conflict here in Colombia, and that right now they are having lots of hope precisely because peace construction and the implementation of the peace agreement here in Colombia is one of the main proposals of elected President Gustavo Petro. Even like 2 hours ago, members of the historic pact, that it's the political group of elected Gustavo Petro, they hold a public meeting with access to media, and they were precisely speaking about the importance and the priority that peace policy it's gonna have here in Colombia during his government. They also said that they want to have a national dialogue with other political sectors of the country and a dialogue around 3 key issues that are social justice, peace, as I said before, and also environmental issues. So this agenda is precisely what is bringing lots of hope among different sectors in Colombia, Luis.
Natalia, without a doubt now is a moment of celebration, but looking forward, how do you think this electoral victory will impact the region, for instance in Colombia-Venezuela relations and the U.S. influence in Colombia?
This new government definitely, with no doubt, it's going to have an impact in the whole Americas region. First of all, because regarding the bilateral relations with Venezuela, Gustavo Petro said, since he was on campaign for both the first round and the second round, that one of the priorities of his government is going to be the immediate reestablishment of bilateral relations with Venezuela. Let's remember that current president, Iván Duque, he broke relations with Venezuela, between Venezuela and Colombia back in 2019. So something that we can definitely expect once Gustavo Petro is in office, in the presidency, is the reestablishment of bilateral relations. Also because he has said that this is a very important issue because Colombia and Venezuela share a border. So there are many different issues in commercial relations, in economics, but including like all the thing of the conflict that it's important because we share the border. So definitely this is going to happen. Secondly, yesterday in his first speech as elected president of Colombia, Gustavo Petro called for a dialogue in the Americas with no exclusion of any nation of the Americas. He said it last night here in his first speech. He said that also among this dialogue in the Americas, it is important to take into account the diversity of all America's people. So we can definitely also expect that from his government. And finally, regarding the relations with the United States, we have to mention here that Petro has said that he's gonna enable to have a dialogue with the United States, specifically around climate change on the one side, but also a very important issue here in Colombia, that is the policy against drugs. Let's remember that we have here in Colombia the so-called war against drugs, that is basically the plan of the United States since 1998. So we can expect Gustavo Petro to establish a dialogue with the United States regarding those issues, but also regarding, and he has said this during his campaign, regarding the free trade agreements. He's looking to renegotiate the free trade agreements that we have now with the United States of America. Finally, I would like to mention to you that today in the morning, Secretary of State Antony Blinken of the United States of America, he said on his official Twitter account that he was willing to continue the relations with Colombia and to work with Gustavo Petro. And just 1 hour ago, Gustavo Petro said also on his official Twitter account that he has just held a 20-minute conversation on the phone with the Secretary of State, and that they specifically address issues regarding the peace process here in Colombia and also regarding the climate change. Luis.
Thanks, Natalia, for your input here from the South.